Yeah, since the day that we decided not to play the games, it's been a little somber just because it's such a huge, heavy issue. And after that, as you guys know, we had a lot of player meetings, things like that, trying to figure out what we wanted our combined message to be. So just trying to figure that out. And it's hard because we come here to play basketball, but our focus the past couple of days hasn't been on that. It's been on bigger issues that are obviously a lot more important. So yeah, it's been just trying to figure that out and try to focus on that and trying to stick together as a league. Yeah, and it's hard because everyone handles things differently. We did have that players meeting, and it was pretty unanimous that we wanted to continue the season, but like Syl said, it's really hard to focus on that. For Syl, she said it'd be hard for her to go back playing. For me personally, I like the distraction of being able to play that game and get away. So it's hard because each person handles things differently. But Syl said what she feels personally, I'm happy to go back to playing because things are so heavy in your real life world. So it's nice for an hour to kind of get away and play the game that you love. Yeah, it was extremely powerful. And many people said that this feels like a big moment. It feels like what we're doing is really important. Even though we know that we don't have as many eyes as maybe the men's side, we're doing our part in what we feel is right in order to make an impact. And it feels big. It feels like a monumental moment. So the fact that we could all come together, and we are competitors when we step on the court, it's dog eat dog. You're trying to beat the next person as hard as you can. When we step off, we are united in this cause, and we're united as a league. And so it was really cool to be with them. We're wearing the same thing for the same cause, standing arm in arm. It felt really powerful. It was really, really crazy because we found out about the Bucks not playing like 30 to 40 minutes before we were supposed to be on the bus. At that time, Washington and Atlanta were already on their way or at the arena. So it was like a scramble trying to get the team together on what we wanted to do, trying to coordinate with LA what they were going to do. We had to figure out what the team force were going to do because we wanted to stand together as a league. But when we got there, yes, those two teams in LA were talking on the court, so we joined them, and it was really hard. There was a lot of back and forth because you have people with differing opinions and what they felt was best. And so it was a huge scramble. 30 minutes before Washington was supposed to play, we're still on the court deciding what we're going to do. So it was a lot. I mean, for specifically this situation, what I was trying to do was, like I said, we found out this information like 40 minutes before getting on the bus. So just texting the group, I called Syl right away, seeing what she thinks we should do, trying to get the people on the team's opinions together before like we presented to coach what we want to do, things like that. So it was a lot of coordination that we had to kind of figure out. I think that's something that's really commendable about our league is we do try to move as a unit with everything that we do, that everyone's on the same page. And it's really important to us that everyone's voice is heard and that everyone's opinion is spoken for. So I thought it was really cool that we were able to get together so quickly and come to a decision so quickly on this because you're working with 144 individuals who have different things that they want, different backgrounds coming from different situations. And the fact that we're able to come together on many different things. I mean, our players agreement is an example. This was a huge last minute thing that we were able to do. I think it shows that we really are working together as a league and we are pushing towards the same goal. I mean, this is my second year and one of my 2 years has been in the bubble away from kind of Minnesota things. But what I've noticed is, our owner too does a great job of making sure that everything is really equal in the Minnesota franchise. So I think it's pretty natural that we support each other, we have each other's backs because we're in the same, we in the same building, we have all the same things, and our two franchises are so intertwined that we really have each other's backs, and I think it's our goal has been the same since we've gotten here. I think it just gets more and more exhausting seeing these things in the media, seeing people killed day after day. I think it was 112 people killed since George Floyd. So while our goal is still the same, I think it just weighs on all of us really heavily that we're dedicating our season to this and we're not seeing any change so far. So I think it just makes what we're trying to do even more important because it's so amplified in the media right now, and yet these things are still happening. So it's really just an eye opener, and we really see that things are bigger than basketball and that there has to be a real change in our country. And it's amazing to see. I mean, she's the most educated about this. She's the most passionate about this, and the fact that it's not just she's saying it just because she feels like she has to, which I can't speak for other teams, but you see that a lot. People, it's a huge issue right now, so you feel like you have to speak on it. She actually has her back 100%. She's actually really passionate about making a change, and it's awesome to see it. Like Sil said, it just makes you want to have her back 100% too, because we know that she's all in for us. I don't think that part is frustrating. I think what's frustrating is there isn't change, but I think it's great that we're using our platform because people watch sports more than they look at who their local officials are. It's just a fact. People are watching their games more than they're paying attention to what the politics may be in their area. So it brings more eyes and it brings more attention, the fact that athletes are doing this. So I'm proud that they're doing it because before, it's not so much said now, but it's like just play your sport and don't worry about it. Because they don't want that out there. They don't want those more eyes. They know that by us doing that people are going to start paying attention more. So I'm proud of the fact that's not what's frustrating. The other part is frustrating. I haven't heard anything about the 7 minutes. I think that was a stipulation that if Washington played, they wanted them to be honored every 7 minutes. So I haven't heard anything about that for today. As far as the days off, it's hard. It's a double-edged sword because our season's so short. And each day we take off, we're either adding to the end of the season or taking more games away from our already shortened season. So it's really hard because you do want to focus on that end. Our mind obviously isn't 100% in the game, but we decided to come here and we decided to play. So we have to be focused and get ready for the game again.